Hi guys, welcome back to Andre Drives. So today we're going to talk about the whole dealership experience. If you know what you're looking for, it can make the process very simple. Today we're going to talk about some of the differences between the base model, which is the LE. We're going to talk about the XLE. We're going to talk about the XLE Premium, and we're going to talk about the limited model. Hopefully by the end of this video, you'll be able to walk into a dealership and it's going to be one of the most satisfying experiences that you've ever had. RAV4 offers a lot of different options. You can get heated seats, no heated seats. You can get leather, no leather. You can get the larger wheels. You can get the 17-inch alloy wheels here. You can even get covers, guys. You also have an option between gas and hybrid. So we're going to discuss all of it. So guys, we're going to jump around a little bit. We're going to start off with the LE model. So the LE model is going to be your base model. And by the way, that is a XLE right there. That is a hybrid model, guys. But we're going to start off with the LE right here. So I'm going to throw a wrench in that for you. Do you know whether or not that's a gas or is that a hybrid? I'll give you a hint. The gas does not offer alloy wheels here. On the LE model, you do have your 17-inch alloy wheels. That's only available in the hybrid model. In your gas model, it's going to be your steel wheels. Now, you do have an option for your accent lighting here. So it is not a fog light, but it is accent lighting right around here. So it only highlights there. Okay, the front on most of the vehicles will be the same. On the base models, you're going to see a matte grille in the front. As we look around here to the sides, on the LE model, without your blind spot monitoring upgrade, you're going to get a matte mirror right here, okay? So it's not going to be color keyed. Once you go to the blind spot monitoring, it's going to give you a color key mirror and you will see the blind spot monitoring, but it is not standard on the LE model. You only have a fabric color interior available to you, and that can come in a black or either a nutmeg. You cannot get an ash. So same thing on the XLE. You can only get a fabric interior. So that's your fabric interior. However, now you can get a ash color interior, which is your two-tone. So dark gray here and a light gray there. Now, once you start getting into the soft text or the leather seats, you'll be able to get that on the limited model. This is your nutmeg. So this is a beige. You can get that in an ash or you can get it in the black. And on the XLE Premium, this is your black here, just so you know what that looks like and how that stitching looks. So that is your soft text material, okay? So this is your first level that you can start to get into your soft text here. You cannot get that in the XLE or the LA models. However, most dealerships do offer an option where you can actually get your leather installed there and also your heated seats at their cost. So it's different for every dealership. So you look inside, you have a manual seat, guys. You will not have a power seat in the LE model. If you want the power seats, you need to jump up to the XLE model, which is what we're going to show you next, okay? On the inside, you're going to have a vinyl wrap steering wheel. So 8-inch display is standard. So you do get a dual zone climate control because this is a hybrid model in the LE. However, in the gas model, you only get a single zone, okay? So you will not get this dual zone like you see in the LE hybrid model. Now going back here to the back, the LE model does not offer a power back door. So it is a manual back door. Spare tire is going to be standard across the board on all your RAV4 models. Now the next one here, this is going to be our XLE model. So in the XLE model, I can get a power back door, but it has to be part of a convenience package. So that's your power back door. So look around here to the side. Color key mirrors with the integrated turn signal. So my blind spot monitoring is standard. On the inside, I do have power seats here. So it's an 8-way adjustable. And this is my ash. This is my first trim level where I can get my ash, okay? So, and also it opens up your colors, your exterior colors. You can only get about 5 or 6 exterior colors on the LE model. But when you go to the XLE, you open up your interior colors. You also, like I said, you can get a moonroof and your power back door. All right. Now, if you want a power passenger seat, you will not find that on the XLE. It only has a manual adjustment here, guys. So if you want that, you're gonna have to jump up to the limited model, okay? But you do have your automatic lock and unlock, as you see right here, as long as you have that key on you, okay? Now the next model here, so we're gonna jump this right here because this is the limited. This is the XLE Premium, okay? So the XLE Premium and the limited look a lot alike. Have your 19-inch alloy wheels. Your fog lights, that's going to be the first level where you're going to be able to get, the XLE Premium is going to be your first level where you're going to be able to get your fog lights, okay? This particular model does have your sensors on the front. However, that is not standard. That is part of a technology package, guys. So your moonroof is going to be standard. This one has the crossbars on it, but the moonroof and the power back door are standard. If you look around to the passenger side, once again, no power passenger seat. You're going to have to go to the limited model. Now, also something you're going to see on this model, if it has a weather package, you're going to see heated seats. Otherwise, you will not see heated seats. So this one has your soft text interior, okay? So this one is the black color interior. You can get a nutmeg, which is a beige, or you can get the ash, okay? So 8-inch display, unless you go with a tech package, and that's going to upgrade that. So you upgrade your tech package and a audio upgrade. It's going to give you a 10.5-inch display, and it also gives you upgraded speakers there you see on the A-pillar, okay? So you're going to see that, but you're also going to get wireless charging. So as part of that weather package, you're also going to get a heated steering wheel that's going to heat up at 9 and 3, so leather wrapped steering wheel. You get your de-icer for the back windshield wiper. You'll also get your memory seats here, guys. So no adjustment on the steering wheel, but it will adjust that seat. That is a 8-way adjustable as well, okay? So that is your XLE Premium. Color key mirrors, blind spot monitoring. So that's going to be standard once you go to the XLE and up. Now let's look at the limited model and see what's so different about the limited. So it's going to look a lot like the XLE that I mentioned before, right? So your sensors on the front, that's going to be standard parking sensors. It's going to look a little bit different on the front. So your lower fascia there, down near the bottom, it's going to be a metallic gray. That right there. So metallic gray across the grille there. So it's going to give you a little bit more polished grille. So LED headlights and taillights going to be standard. 19-inch wheels, as I mentioned before. So color key side mirrors, same color as the car. Integrated turn signals. Blind spot monitoring. Remember I said that's going to be standard on the XLE and up. This one has your crossbars as well with the moonroof. You'll notice on the doors, you have this chrome strip right here. So you're not going to see that on the XLE Premium because that's going to be color key. You see the difference? Now, open the passenger side. I want those power seats. There you go. You're going to get those on the limited. Now, it's only going to be a 6-way. It's not going to be 8-way, okay? So no lower lumbar right here, but you will have your 6-way adjustment. So if you need that, then you want to go with the limited model. This one has the nutmeg interior. So this is your beige color interior. Your 10.5-inch display is standard on the limited model. Your upgrade audio is standard. You also have an automatic dimming mirror, okay? And here's your difference right here in the limited. You're gonna have heated and ventilated seats, guys. So not only just heated seats, you're gonna have heated and ventilated seats. That is standard. You do not have to add a weather package to get that. That is standard. As you recall, looking at the XLE Premium, the heated seats are not standard. They're part of a weather package, but this one is standard. So this limited model does have a weather package. So the weather package is gonna give you a heated steering wheel. Otherwise, you do not get that. You're gonna have your de-icer for the back windshield wiper. You're gonna have your rain sensing wipers, okay? So you're gonna turn that to automatic, and then you'll be able to turn this dial here, and that will control the speed in which you want those wipers to pass. Now, here's something that you may not have known. Because you have a weather package, you're gonna have heated second row seats, and that's gonna be in the doors here. So that's a very different location because some of the models, it's actually on the back side of the console, but on the RAV4, it's gonna be here, guys. So you do have heated seats in the second row on the limited with the weather package. So no wireless charging, I can get that if I go with a tech package. So that's part of a tech package. But that is not standard, guys. So no 360 camera, but that is available to you, okay? That's not gonna be available on the XLE Premium. So if you want the 360 camera, you're gonna have to go with this model here. Once you go to tech package, it's also gonna give you automatic lock on the front and the rear, okay? So all the way around. You'll also get a kick sensor on the back. So that's only available in one other model, and that's gonna be the XSE, which is your hybrid model, okay? That's the one with the black two-tone across the top there, across the roof. So that's a lot of the differences between the models, guys. So this has been turned off. So anytime they ship it, they turn it off. So I apologize for that. But like I said before, so full-size spare is standard in your RAV4s. That's nice. A lot of people would rather have a full-size spare rather than a fix-a-flat. And the reason why is because you don't have to disable your vehicle stability control or your traction control. With that feature on, it's basically cutting that power, guys. So instead of constantly feeding it, it's cutting the power, hence keeping you in control of your vehicle. So that's why you want to have that on at all times. And that's why Toyota has a full size diameter spare. Whether or not you go with the XLE Premium, the Limited, the XLE, and the base model, which is the LE there. So all of them have that, guys. It's just some of the differences between the cars, so it makes your process a little easier the next time you go to a dealership. So your LE model is gonna have a key, okay? So you're not gonna have that on the LE model. You're not gonna have a smart key. It'll only have a regular key. And this is gonna be your regular key here, guys. So that is your LE right there. So you will only have that on the LE. Now in 26, that may change, but right now, that is your key, guys. So you have a physical key that you can actually use. On the other models, you're gonna have a smart key, which is gonna be that, okay? And those models will have this little button here where you can actually open the power back door, as long as the XLE has a convenience package. Otherwise, you will not have this button here at all, guys, and you have to open it manually. And that's gonna save you about $1,200, a little over $1,200. Convenience package is your power back door, and that's your moonroof in the XLE, okay? Once you go to the XLE Premium and the Limited, it becomes standard, but it's not available at all in the LE model. Also, on the hybrid model here, because this is a hybrid, this model produces 219 net horsepower. If you've never driven a hybrid before, the hybrid is instant torque, guys. So there's no delay in that. So it's instant torque. So like I said, 219 net horsepower. It has what they call all-wheel drive on demand. Once you start out, it's going to engage all four wheels, but then it's going to default to a front-wheel drive. And then if you need the extra traction, then it's going to transfer 50% to the back. Now on the gas model, you're only going to get 203 horsepower, okay? And you can get that in a front-wheel drive or a all-wheel drive variant, okay? With the hybrid, it's only offered in the all-wheel drive. Now in 2026, you'll be able to get this in a all-wheel drive or a front-wheel drive on the lower trim levels. So that's going to be changing, but can't wait to bring that to you. But keep that in mind the next time you're choosing your RAV4. Do you want a gas model that gets you 30 miles combined, 203 horsepower, or do you want a hybrid that's going to get you about 40 miles combined and 219 net horsepower? But guys, hopefully this video makes the process a lot simpler for you the next time you visit your local Toyota dealership. But if you have any questions, make sure you drop those in the comments. Hopefully that sheds a little light on just how simple that process can be for choosing your RAV4 that works for your daily needs. So next time you go to a Toyota dealership, hopefully it's not intimidating, and hopefully it's one of the best experiences of your life. But if you know someone that's shopping for a RAV4, send them this video, and hopefully, like I said, it makes that process a lot easier. But thanks for joining me. You can always find me right here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Andre Drives. And just so you know, guys, you can get any of these models here in a hybrid model. Guys, thanks for joining me. Find me right here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Andre Drives. Happy car shopping, guys.